let's take a look at, you said number 23, right? 27. So we're on page 89, number 27. Okay. So 27 said, I have 47 is equal to 7 plus y. All of you have your homework out and open in front of you. Ben, open up your homework, please. None of us are putting your homework away. You all have your marking pen out. We're correcting our homework. Now, I know that some of you are used to seeing the problem looking like this. Y plus 7 is equal to 47. Just sit still. I need you guys done wrestling around. Your homework should be out in front of you. Nothing should have been put away. Nothing needs to be gotten out. Just sit quietly with your marking pen and pay attention to what I'm doing, please. I know a lot of you are used to seeing them with the variable coming first plus a number equals a number. But it's really important that you be able to see it when we have a number equals a number plus a variable. These are the same. You have to be able to see that and be okay with it. If you want to take this and turn it into that, you are more than welcome to. All right, just make sure that you don't change the order. Here I have addition, so the order did not matter. All right, of the y plus 7 versus 7 plus y. Remember, that's the commutative property. You can do that in that order. All right, but just pay attention to it. The question I'm still asking you is exactly the same. This says y plus a positive 7. What can I add to a positive 7? I don't want you guys thinking subtraction, and I'm going to show you one why. All right, what can I add to a positive 7 to make it 0? Joseph? A negative 7. So I'm going to add a negative 7 to both sides. The mistake that I saw many people have here is they're used to adding whatever is on that left side of the equal sign to both sides. So a lot of you added a negative 47 to each side, which I can see that mistake. That's why I want you guys always just looking at what is happening to my variable and how do I undo whatever is happening to my variable. All right, so when I do this, 7 plus negative 7 is 0. So I have y plus 0. So now this right side, I have y plus 0, which is what I wanted, equals. Well, what is 47 plus a negative 47? What's 47 plus a negative 47? Francesca? 40. Positive or negative? Why is it positive? Excellent. And that was positive, right? All right, so 40 is equal to 0 plus y, which means y is equal to 40. Does that help you, Maya? Let me take a look. So 27 says it's 40. Okay. What else can I do for you guys? Ava? Number 10's equation is 778 is equal to d plus 550, or d plus 550 equals 778. And then the answer is 228 million kilometers. 228 million kilometers. Number 11, s plus 2,520 is equal to 5,200. So S plus 2520 is equal to 5,200. And the final answer is 2,680 meters per second. All right, what else can I do for you guys? Alex? All right, let's take a look at 41. All right, 41, if you notice, is a challenge problem. All right, so let me ask you guys something. Put aside 41 for now. If I said to you, so all of you put your pencils down and just listen. Simplify the expression. If I said to you, 5 plus x plus a negative 6, if I gave you this as a problem, what does it mean, simplify the expression? We did these in the last section. Jacob Kasab, what does it mean? Just try it. I don't care what you say. Just take a guess. Why do you, let me take a step back. Why do you think this isn't simplified? Yes, there are numbers you can add. What numbers can I add? Excellent. I can add these numbers. How many of you guys noticed that? Absolutely. So what simplifying means is combine like terms. So I'm going to move the numbers next to each other that I need to add, and then I can add them. How many of you guys are cool with that? Okay, so I want you guys taking that idea, and I want you telling me in number 41, I have negative 45 is equal to x plus a negative 3 plus 50. And I want you guys to tell me, what do you think you need to do on that right side before I can start solving? What do you think I need to do? Talk to someone sitting by you. Use this as a guide. What do you think I need to do? If you think you know, raise your hand. What do you think you need to do? Evan? How many of you guys agree that I think I probably should add negative 3 and 50? Totally. I need to simplify this side. So simplify this side. And I want you to do that right away. Because the moment you simplify that side, you combine those like terms, then you've got a one-step equation that you're like, oh, I totally understand what to do now. All right, so what is negative 3 plus 50? Jacob? 47. So I have negative 45 is equal to x plus 47. Questions so far? I want you guys really paying attention to this one because you have 42 and 45 for homework. 45 is going to take a little thinking. Remember, I want everything in addition. Keep that in mind. Yes? Okay, so tell me something. Do you have this? Okay, you need this. I don't want you adding 3 to each side and then adding a negative 50 to each side. I don't want you doing them separately because that's when mistakes get made. That's when people are like, wait a second, there's too many things going on there. Like, I don't want that. I want you simplifying each side and then start adding from side to side. Does that make sense? Okay. So this is one of the problems I'm talking about when I say to you, doing subtraction is going to throw you off. Ben, you're paying attention. Put the chair down. So let's say I subtracted 47 from each side. How many of you guys are looking at this and you're like, wait a second. What? This. How many of you guys are looking at that and you're like, hang on a second. All right, how many of you want to say the answer is 2? How many of you guys want to look at this and you're like 2 or negative 2? How many of you guys think that that's the answer? Okay, so how many of you guys can see the answer now? Can you see what the difference is with regards to confusion is what to do? I don't want you subtracting. I want you adding a negative. All right, they're the same thing. Adding a negative 47 is the same thing as subtracting 47. All right, but for subtracting 47 in some instances is going to be confusing to you. I want you adding a negative instead. Because the moment I do that, we totally know that we got it wrong if we thought it was 2. All right, because we're adding 2 numbers with the same sign. All right, so I have x plus 0, because 47 plus a negative 47 is 0, equals, well, what is a negative 45 plus a negative 47? Jack? Negative 92. So x equals a negative 92. All right, I want to walk through with you 10, at least to set up the game plan. Because 10 and 11, we did ones like this in class, but they are confusing. So let's take a look at 10. 10 10 says our distance from Sun to Jupiter is 778 million kilometers. That's the first thing they told us. Then they said this is 550 million kilometers greater than distance Sun to Mars. I need to take apart this sentence. This sentence is going to set up our game plan. Everyone's paying attention to this. So, from an English perspective, the distance from Sun to Mars is 778 million. This is, what information is this word this referring to? That said, the distance from the Sun to Jupiter is 778 kilometers. This is, what is this referring to? Jagger? No. Come on. What is this referring to? How could this be addition, dude? Evan? Yeah, it's referring to the information that was stated in the sentence right before it. How many of you guys see that? Okay. If I have 550 million kilometers greater than, Jagger, what does this mean? What did you just say to me in the last one? Addition. Aren't I adding 550 million kilometers? How many of you guys see that that's what that says? Okay, based on this sentence, what am I adding that 550 million kilometers to? This distance from the Sun to Jupiter is, there's my equal sign, 558 million kilometers plus what information am I adding that to? Evan? Exactly, I'm adding it to this. So there is our game plan. Distance, Sun to Jupiter equals, there's my equal sign, is my equal sign, equals the distance, Sun to Mars, plus that 550 million kilometers. I don't really know how to explain that right there in words, so I'm just going to write it as that number. I don't know my distance from the Sun to Mars. There's my x. Well, the distance from the Sun to Jupiter is 778 equals, I'm going to leave the million kilometers off. I'll put that on at the end. Plus, or equals, x plus 550. Ben, you're writing this down if you don't have it. In your marking pen, so you know that's a correction. It's the same thing I do every single day with regards to corrections. What am I going to do to solve this now? Come on, we're running out of time. What am I going to do to solve this right now? Francesca? No, I'm not subtracting. Excellent. I'm going to add, get subtraction out of your head, my friend. I'm going to add a negative 550. So that's 822. So x plus 0 is equal to 228. So x equals 228 million kilometers. And then you're going to write that as a sentence. You guys cool? All right, you can go.